I've fallen and I can't get up. Uh, I don't know what's happened to me. Maybe it's because I ate over 2,000 calories yesterday. Yes, and I never went out. I stayed right here. I dreamt about this was my plan of rebellion. I was going to go to the Sonic and get a hot dog meal with fries and a Coke. And then I was going to go over to Dairy Queen and eat a banana split. And then I was going to go over to Winn-Dixie and get a Boston cream pie and eat as much of that as I wanted. But instead, I stayed home and I tried eating a meal. I made rice and I took a can of beets and poured out the juice and added vinegar and sugar, well, xylitol, and some garlic. Why, I don't know. I can't really taste anything, but I did it anyway. Now, I can detect sweet, sour, bitter, spicy, savory things. I can tell they're savory, okay? But yeah, so I made that in a plate. I had my chicken dumplings, which I boiled, and yeah, they're frozen in a package, 250 for 5 of them, but of course I had to take 6 because I'm a glutton and on occasion. And then I had a big portion of rice because I just love rice. White rice, don't give me brown rice, I ain't going there. And then I'll eat whole wheat pasta because it's so close to white pasta, but brown rice just, I don't know. Maybe I should try because I can't taste it anyway, so it's harder and I don't know. Okay, so that I ate that for a meal, and then what happened? I don't know. I just kept eating things. What some of the things I ate? I had a leftover piece of that gluten-free brownie that I made. Those don't have a lot of calories, but I heaped it up with whipped cream that I had made my own homemade whipped cream. I use the xylitol, but it's fat, okay? And I just threw it on there because I wanted to. And then I ate popcorn and had a bowl of cereal, and I just kept eating. Why? I don't know. That's the truth. I wasn't hungry, couldn't taste it, made me puffy and unhappy. And so I sat myself down. Well, I was already sitting really, but so I just said to myself, okay, let's review the situation. You're hurt. It's depressing. It's painful to walk. Sometimes it's painful to stand, to lay down, to sit. I'm not out there living. I'm watching other people have a life on a screen, whether it's my laptop or the phone. I'm watching other people live. And it's bringing me down. But here's the thing. I'm never going to know if I can get better on my own unless I get this weight off. I stepped on the scale the day before yesterday and I was 204 pounds. And it was late afternoon. I had all my clothes on. I was at my favorite public scale. And it crushed me. It did. It crushed me. I kind of was like, F this. I'm sick of dieting. What's the point? Not that I've really been dieting. I've just been trying to be careful. But then, yesterday was that food explosion. And, I didn't even get to eat anything great. Why? So I talked to myself. I said, okay, let's think about this. Let's plan this out. How can you make your eating plan better? So I started looking up stuff on the internet, how to diet but still have appeal, what makes a meal satisfying and appealing. I want both. I have to rely a great deal on texture, And that's really about, and looks. The two things I got left is texture and looks. I can't smell it. I can't taste it. But I know it's there. So, right. So I started thinking, what sort of things do you love? Well, I know I love fruit and vegetables. I do. I especially like my vegetables raw. I want to crunch on something. Cucumbers and vinegar. Because I can feel vinegar. I like the crunch of a nice... It's getting harder and harder, guys, isn't it? To get a decent piece of produce. And I'm paying double to triple what I used to pay for the same produce. And I don't know, for me, for years, produce has been crappy. Recently, because I guess they were in season, the strawberries were very nice for a while. And apples are so through the roof, I refuse to buy them. Grapes, same thing. And those are some of my favorite fruits. So I do like pears. I love peaches, but they're not in season. When they are, and I find some good ones like at Sprouts, like it lasts, like I said, about 2 weeks, and then same with plums. I'm a great plum and peach lover. I mean, if those were the only two fruits left over in the face of the earth, I could live with that. Because they're my favorites. And I do fill it in with bananas because they're cheap. And what is the other thing I love? Cherries in season. Oh, I love cherries. And raspberries. All berries, really. But, blueberries just a kind of... But, I don't know, there's something about raspberries, even though I can't taste when I bite it, there's bling, a tang. You know what I'm saying? So, and radishes. Oh, I love a radish because you bite into it's crispy, as long as they're fresh. And then you get that wham, that heat. And I like that. So those are a great item. I like to eat radishes along with a sandwich instead of chips, though I'd really rather have chips, but I know how they make my stomach feel not good. So, so I have to talk to myself when I'm in the grocery store. I want a bag of chips. Cape Cods are on sale. And then I have to say, wait a minute. Remember that time you ate a handful of chips with one meal? Then you ate another meal with a handful of chips. And then your stomach just felt like sludge. And that's with the 40% fat-free Cape Cod chips. I always try to buy the lower fat if I can. But it just, no. It doesn't make me feel good. And I've got to remember that. What makes you feel good, Nikki? Do you feel heavy, weighted, bloated, and then you ate the wrong dang thing? So don't do that. Easier said than done when I'm passing that bakery and I see cakes and cookies and brownie bites and Danish and homemade bread. Well, not really. The chemicals are beyond me. But so I go to the frozen section and I buy Ezekiel bread, and no, it ain't great because it's kind of firm, it's kind of chewy, and it's not white bread. So, yeah. So I eat it, but I ain't crazy about it. So I read an article and it said, you want some hot foods and some cold foods on that same plate, and I have to agree with that. You gotta mix it up enough so that it just doesn't feel like mush. And my chicken soup just, I don't want it. What am I gonna do? It's sitting in there and I've eaten about 4 bowls, maybe 5, and now I don't want any. Oh, it's such a waste of money, but I know I don't want any more of it. I don't want it. And there's no room in the freezer. And I don't even want to freeze it if there had been room in the freezer. And there isn't. It's a toughie. I hate to waste food. I feel guilty. That was money, but it was from another week's groceries. So, I mean, get over it. It's spent anyway. And then I tried. I tried. I think I'm going to throw it away today. Anyhow, so what I want to eat. So this morning I woke up and I can't say I was hungry, but I felt kind of empty. Has that ever happened to you? And in the past, I've always had like a biscotti or a cookie on hand, a sugar-free that I could just have with my coffee. Well, I have English muffins. They're supposedly whole wheat, though I have my doubts, guys. They're Thomas's. They're not Ezekiel, which I could trust. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. I always feel like I smell something burning. I wonder if I have a brain. Don't say it. Yeah, so anyway, what was I doing? Yes, English muffin. I toasted up one of those, and I really toasted it up because I got a crunch, okay? That's just who I am. I put very little bit of butter on it, had that along with my coffee, and I thought while I was waiting for it to toast, I'd eat a banana. This is me all over, okay? So then I add up my calories. Okay, that's cool. Added the 30 calories in for the xylitol because I use a whole tablespoon, but I do believe tonight I'm heading over to Sprouts, and I'm going to get some erythritol. Now, it doesn't have the benefits of xylitol, which is too outrageous for me to even dignify buying the 5 pounds. I just don't want to do it. So I think what I'm going to do is stick with these. They're much cheaper, the Epic Mint and Supercharger toothbrush. Yay! There's cinnamon and Lordy, are they hot. Woo. So, well, my teeth are not getting whiter. Do you think so? I don't know, but hope there was no pancake in there. Yeah, so I had the half of English with a little bit of butter, and I drank that with my coffee with xylitol. And then I felt hungry about 11, and I said, I'm going to make that pancake and use my leftover frozen berries. Add a little xylitol on them. Didn't sweeten it. That's the other problem with xylitol. They say it's like 100% sweetness. Yeah, but it doesn't go far. A tablespoon worth 30 calories didn't really sweeten up that amount of berries. And I wanted all the berries that were left over. So I sweetened those up, and I made a pancake, and this time I used water, the mix, and an egg. Whipped that all up, threw it in the pan. Then what I do? Flipped it, and I put my berries on top of there and the leftover whipped cream from the whipped cream I had already whipped days ago. I've been slowly whittling it down to nothing, which I did today. And I ate that. So now I'm up to like 535 calories up until this point, which is 1 o'clock. Now, I'm not going to eat my next meal till I am hungry. I want to feel the tummy growl, because that's when I know I'm truly hungry. I can feel like I could eat something, but that isn't cutting it. I need to feel hungry. And I can see the poochiness coming. I know that 4 pounds, I see it. So I've worked too hard to be over 200 pounds. I've worked way too hard. I am going to get this weight down. I don't care what I have to do it. But I want to enjoy what I am eating. So here's my master plan. So I bought a butter lettuce head. And the cute little round ones, they're very green. Not as green as like romaine, but you know. And it has its little root. And so I bought one of those, and I guess one of the things I was going to do, because I bought Boca burgers to eat when I felt like a burger, I wanted to put the Boca between 2 pieces of lettuce, have the onions, and that's what I'm going to do today. I have too many onions. I accidentally ordered another bag when I already had a bag. So I'm going to take about 3 onions, and I'm going to slice them up. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the pan. I'm going to put my onions in there and fry them up nice. And then I do something that I read in Fit for Life that I really, really love. Add a tablespoon of barbecue sauce to those onions. Oh, Lordy. Then you got a great topping that's tangy, and if you can taste it, oniony. And I love onions, guys. Even when I can't taste them, I love onions. I can detect that there's something strong there, like the oniony flavor, though I can't really decipher it as onion. I just can't. It's really hard to taste garlic too, unless I crush it and stick it on my tongue. Then I kind of can tell. But yeah, look, it's okay if I can't taste and smell. I've got to use it to my benefit. That's the thing. I've got to get back to, I know I'm full, or satisfied. I know I'm done. That's where I've got to get back to. So today I'm going to make a BLT. If I'm hungry later this afternoon, that's what I'd like to eat. And then if I find I'm still hungry closer to bedtime, it doesn't matter when you eat your calories if you're counting your calories. And according to my BMI calculator, if I want to get to 145 pounds, I can't go over 1,500 calories. Now, it might be a very slow progress to lose it because I don't really move enough. I think I'm doing like 1,100 steps a day. That's it. And probably not in the last 2 days because I've fallen and I can't get up. But you know what? I'm going to forgive myself because I have arthritis, degenerative disc disease, fibromyalgia, and I know there's something else in there, but I can't remember what it was. So I'm going to forgive myself for falling and not getting up. I'm going to understand that this is kind of a part of my day and who I am and what I've got to do. So I'm not going to fret over it. So I'm going to have my BLT, and tonight I might have that boca on lettuce with the barbecued onions, some ketchup, some mustard, a little bit of, I use light mayo, 30 calories a tablespoon. Perfect. And I'll probably eat that. And then tomorrow I got a couple of avocados. I'd like to make a veggie sandwich during the day or something. I feel like sandwiches right now. Weather's heating up. It's getting more humid, though I keep my place air conditioned, so it's always very cool in here. I never, ever go over 75. As soon as it hits 75, I got to put the AC on because I'm extremely sensitive to heat, extremely sensitive to cold. It's a real trial. It really is. It's so hard. What do? You could complain till the cows come home. Cows. I need to go to Vermont. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. Bye.